Like Jeff Hathaway was just saying, to get the first one without Malik Nichols was really important. Because he's a big part of our team, and to get that one without him was great. To not really have a good offensive night, I mean, we obviously didn't. Credit to them for their defense, but to not have a great offensive night and to still pull it out was terrific. We had our burst, but for 40 minutes we didn't get it done. This guy right here is just getting to be just incredible. I mean, it's not a mistake that this is happening. It's not a mistake. I'm so proud of Rock because all he does is play basketball now. He's just totally cleaned up everything, and he's grabbing every rebound and making layups and just playing really good basketball. He's a go-to guy now. I mean, if you asked me in the summertime, is Rock going to be one of your go-tos? I would say I'm not sure, and now I am. We're all sure. But then this guy, number one, just wasn't gonna let us win. It was just a classic coach. Just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of my way. I'll win the game for us. And that's what stars do. That's what the player of the year does. That's what great players do. That's what winners do. And no one's a winner more than Wanye Greens. So.
Great speech.
Got it? Okay.
Wanya, did you actually tell him that in the huddle?
Yeah, I seen him get a call timeout, and I just told him, just don't do it. Just let me make a play for myself and my team.
Wanya, what did you see on that last play from the defense, and what were you thinking going through your mind before you took that shot?
I was thinking about trying to drive and get the foul frame, but I know they got great help defense, so I just wound up taking the shot, and hopefully it got open.
Coach, how about the decision to listen to your star player to actually go, not call the timeout during the last seconds of the game, but just go, let it take its natural course?
Well, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm not the dumbest either. So, it was an easy thing to do, is listen to this guy. I listen to him a lot more than people think.
For Rokas, what has gotten into you in this stretch where, I mean, you've almost made 2020 your standard, not just a double-double?
Just probably confidence, and of course playing with Wanye Green, it just makes you play harder and better, because he's just a great teammate, and I have a lot of good teammates around me. Malik Nichols was one of them, and we just have to play for him now, every single time.
And also, it seemed like, I don't know if it's partly the zone defense or what, but you're doing a much better job staying out of foul trouble. Is the whole team conscious of that now without Malik?
Yeah, definitely proud of the zone defense help us a lot on the foul trouble, and also just trying to stay in the game and help the team as much as I can.
These two guys are getting to be like Stockton and Malone. Or Brady and Gronkowski. One of those.
Coach, at the end, it seemed to me you went to a man the last time they came down. Was there a reason for that?
Well, because they were going to get a shot against that zone, and they were running some stuff that was keeping us off our, they were going to create an advantage for themselves on one side of the floor, so we just went man to man. I thought DeJour made a pretty good play.
Yeah, he did. Looked at.
Wanya, can you just describe, the transformation that you've seen from Rokas and how it's affected everybody on the team?
His energy just been great, especially in practice. He works hard in practice and gets everybody going, so we just try to feed off that as much as possible.
Have you seen a more dominant big man in the league this year?
No, not yet.
Well, Wanye and also Rokas, since Malik went down, has that been kind of a rallying cry for you guys to try and win it for him as well as for yourself?
Yeah, we try not to think of it as a negative. We just, look at it as everybody just got to do a little bit more, to help the team win, no matter what happens.
Yeah, I agree. We're just trying to play for each other and for ourselves, and we're just trying to be a better team and play for Malik. And Malik is here, so we're playing for him, playing for each other.
Joe, it also seemed this was a pretty good defensive performance until you started missing free throws there at the end. Do you think they're a little more conscious of playing defense because you don't have as many guys to work with and everybody has to kind of work to stay in the game?
Yeah, I think so, and I think we're getting better with, we've learned on the job with that zone, because every team does something different, and we'll go after each game and we'll say, look, this team is doing this, and we try to learn from it, and we'll go back and just whoever, like the teams we played, like what they did last time, and so forth, and You know, the guys are getting better at it. And I'll tell you what, if you can play this team, the zone, and would they end up with 64 or something like that, 25 at halftime? That's pretty good, because that team can really shoot it. They shoot it as good as anybody that we're going to play. And we still played in the zone, and we were able to keep them in the 60s. So, you know, that's not a team you're supposed to play zone again. Yes, we did it, and we got away with it.
Wanted that game, the game winner mean a little more to you after last week when you had the ball, I think, in the regulation, the first OT, and the clock ran down and missed a shot?
Yeah, I'm just glad we ain't had to go in 3 overtimes this time.
But he hit the game-winning shot that
Oh, yeah,
time,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I mean,
4 seconds,
it's
yeah.
just that it wasn't at the end of the regulation.
Yeah.
And when we were down 1, man, that was more impressive to me than the end of the game jumper that rattled in and out in the end. Because he scored on 4, he's as good a defensive player there is in the league, and we were down 1. I mean, and it ended up being the game-winning shot. So that was, to me, that was a tougher shot than almost this one. This one just sticks out more.
You know, when you look at your depth situation though, without Malik the rest of the way,
Try not to look at that.
how difficult is it gonna be, do you think?
Oh, it's real simple. We can't get tired, we can't foul, we can't get hurt. That's all. You know, it's just. But you know, we're just gonna need to get DeJour Bowie some more minutes, and we try to get Justin in there a little bit today. And Andre Walker had a couple good plays in there, so we just got to get him in. You know, with Rock playing the way he's playing, it's tough to put Andre. They play the same position, can't play together. And with Rock playing the way he's playing, it's hard to get him in there. But we got to kind of force feed some minutes to Justin probably.
Yeah.
We get him in there a little bit and get some rest. So.
Yeah, it seemed like you tried to buy him a few minutes in
Yeah.
the first half.
And we got, like I said, we got to force feed him a few more. We'll do that.
Coach, where do you assess the team now? You're halfway through the conference schedule, 7-2. You're going to be in a 2-way tie for first place at the end of the night tonight. JMU, UNCW game out. Where do you assess the team right now at the halfway mark of the conference schedule?
Well, you know, man, doggone it. I mean, who wouldn't give anything to be 7-2? That's pretty good. So we're obviously proud of that, but we also know we got a lot of work to do. You know, there's one of the good teams we haven't seen yet, and we still got to go. It's just we don't even think about all the games at once. We really stick to that tunnel vision, that keep the blinders on, that one game at a time. Because if you do anything other than that, you're going to lose. If we're thinking about anything other than Drexel, we won't beat Drexel. Good?
Thank you.